Hello, I'm here. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Jokey. We have a lot of people who haven't been here in a while. We have Jokey, Atomic, I love you, Draws. You didn't try to sneak in this time. You just came in. Hi, I just got Twitch on my new phone. You can type while on vacation. Wow, a vacation. Where are you? If you don't mind me asking. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to say. Yeah, I see you, Draws. I'm watching you. I'm glad you're just here in the open now and not trying to be sneaky. That's good. I have to get my stream deck open. I don't have it open. No sneaking. Nope. We're just here, unapologetically, and that's good. I love that little face. He's so good. Okay. I'm just trying to get my deck. There we go. There we go. Okay, my follower goal is off. What is that about? Anyone want to tell me what that's about? I have 96. Thank you very much. Save. There we go. Does that fix it? Yes. Yes. Okay. How is everybody? We have so many people who haven't been here in a while. And that makes me so freaking happy because I missed you guys. I had to make sure I had my stuff set up correctly. How is everybody? I've missed all of you. Sorry, I did delete sound alerts message because it was ugly. I'm on my cabin by the sea. Ooh, dang! Jokey really do be out here flexing. Dude, that's so good though. I'm happy for you. That sounds like such a good time. Akidra's, I am great. I'm glad to be back. I was gone for a week. We had a 3-hour stream late last night. We got a little boozy. It was good. We had a good time. We played Dead by Daylight. Today's Minecraft, and I'll explain. But I'm good. I'm glad to be back after about a week off. Can I have an invite to the Discord? I left. Dude, no worry, Atomic. No worries. Here you go. There you go. That's the Discord. Go ahead. And anybody who's not in the Discord, that's the link. And come join us. We have a good time. We have a lot of fun. I got some stuff planned. I'm getting some stuff together, some fun stuff. There we go. Not to be a flex, but our new boss is... Oh, it's big? Jokey, it's big? Flex! No, absolutely flex. Draws, come join! Come join the Discord! We'd love to have you! I need to hydrate, I'm thirsty. It's Gatorade today. And it's green. This is Arctic Blix. Blitz. But dude, Jokey, that's awesome that y'all got a big boat. Like big. That's kind of pog. That's not kind of pog. That's absolutely pog. That's absolutely pog. Let's see if I have a pog emote. I don't personally have one. Jokey, I haven't had coffee in so long, and I'm sad about it. I need to get some. I need to get more coffee. I'm working on it. I'm so sorry. I promise. Here we go. I promise I'm gonna get coffee soon. I promise. It's just been kind of hectic and I have not been able to get any. But I will be getting some soon. So, okay. Sorry, I turned my headset off. So today we're playing Minecraft, but I'm not gonna be playing on my realm. I'm gonna play hardcore mode. Yeah? I'm gonna play Minecraft hardcore. And I think it's gonna go so bad. I think it's going to be terrible. But I'm home alone right now because my mom is driving her new car. Woo, Jokey been flexing on everybody in this chat. No, pop off, Jokey. Happy for you. And yes, we're finally playing Minecraft again. Thank you for rooting for me. Actually, let me get Dixper. Because right now my active collection is Dead by Daylight. That's not today. Let's go. There we go. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, Dixper is the way that you guys can mess with me on stream. So every now and then Dixper will type in chat, and there's a link. So you click on that link and you can go and get stuff to mess with me. So it's super duper fun, and I have a Minecraft collection one on right now. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Couple of other things. We are 4 followers away. Guess what car? Is it a sports car? Or, like an SUV, maybe? Okay, so we are 4 followers away from the follower goal, and when we reach that goal, I do a, cosplay stream. I have 2 cosplays for you guys to choose from, so that's super exciting. I cannot wait. We're expanding the Eclipse, and that makes me so heckin' happy. And then, okay, so, a mom car? Okay, so like an SUV. Is it like a luxury? I have someone who might join. Not an SUV. Oh, okay. Akidraws, we would love to have them. Tell them they are more than welcome here at the Eclipse, and we love making new friends. So not an SUV, but a mom car. Is it a luxury brand or a poor people brand? Not poor people, but is it a luxury brand like BMW, Jaguar, Range Rover, stuff like that, or like a Ford? I drive a Ford, but I drive a Focus. I drive a sedan, baby car. But okay, so I had a weekly sub goal, but that's no fun. So right now our sub goal is called Bean Time. So for Bean Time, I will take 1 of every flavor Bean Boozled and eat them all at once. So at 15 subs, I eat... How many are there? Ah! Stuff is falling everywhere. Yes to which one? Sorry, my chat's a little slow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 beans. I eat 10 beans at 15 subs. So if you guys want to see me eat 10 of those nasty beans, on from stream delay is huge. Jokey, I think if you go into advanced settings, there is an option for low latency mode. If you turn that on, the delay should not be as great, I believe. It's called low latency in a Toyota or Tesla. I'm gonna go with Tesla because y'all are bougie and y'all got that big boat. I'm gonna go with Tesla. I would love a Tesla because I can't park. Good park. Do Teslas self-park? I know they drive. Can they self-park? I would love that. I would love that if they could self-park. Because my parking is questionable at best. It's questionable. Yeah, but what model? I don't know any of the models of Teslas. I don't know any. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they're super cool cars. Unfortunately, I know nothing about Tesla. It's very tragic. But I don't know anything about Tesla. I'm sorry. I've only seen them, and I know they've got like these crazy names and stuff. But I just... S. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, so it's Tesla S. Pictures. Oh, I like that. That's a nice car. Okay. I had to look it up. It looks nice. What color? I like blue cars. I don't drive a blue car. I drive a gold car. But it's kind of like sandy gold, if that makes sense. If not, then it's just a gold car. Sorry about the stream delay. I'll look into that. I don't know if that's something that I did or Twitch did. Let's see. Driving cars is easy. I can park. I can drive mostly because I live on a farm and I drive tractors. You gonna flex on everybody here in chat? I'll be back. I'm gonna change the settings. No sweat. Come back whenever you're ready. Driving is fine. I don't like parking. If I could just abandon the car wherever, it's good with me. I don't do that because that's terrible. But, I mean, I can park fine. I just don't enjoy doing it. It's just not my thing. It's just not my forte. That is all. It is just not my forte. Wait, can you say what to do again? Okay, so you go to your settings, and then it should say advanced. And when you go to the advanced settings, turn on low latency mode. That should close the gap in stream delay. Keyword is should. Hold on, let me go Twitch. Hello. Okay, settings, stream. Okay, yeah, so low latency is what it's called in advanced settings. I can't parallel park. That is one thing that I cannot do. I was never taught. They did not teach me to parallel park in driver's ed. And where I live, there's not a whole lot of parallel parking. It's a lot of pull in or like slanted angled parking. So I don't get a whole lot of experience with parallel parking. So unfortunately, I cannot really do it. But I've been blabbing for like 13 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start Minecraft. Like I said, we are doing... Turn off my music because I cannot have more than one thing going at once, otherwise my brain will explode. But like I said, I have to adjust my seat. We are going to be doing... I hurt my shoulder. We're going to be doing Minecraft hardcore mode. And, just tucked my hair. Who knows? Maybe somebody from the Dream SMP will see me. They're not, because because I don't think it's available on iPhone. Really? That's weird. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Oh. Dixper scared me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, create new world. Okay, so y'all are here to watch game mode hardcore. And what should we call it? What should we call this? Madness. Okay. I'm gonna just watch while you play PS5. Jokey, lurking is totally fine. I love my lurkers. Playing PS5 is kind of hog. So, I can't be mad about that. PS5 is super pog. Go enjoy your video games. Do what you gotta do. We love lurkers here. We love them. Because they help the stream. So it's totally okay. So, we're gonna call this hardcore. See, like it says hardcore right here. So I'm not lying to you guys. Sorry, my nose itches. Blood hunting is the name? I'm not gonna call it blood hunting. I'm not gonna call it that. I forgot that you have this innate thirst for blood. Oh, my phone is so loud. Oh, what if I call it Moth Goes Into the Light? Moth goes into the light. There we go. Llama sign. I'm not calling it that either. I'm calling it Moth Goes Into the Light. Because I'm gonna die a lot. I'm calling it Moth Goes Into the Light. Okay, so, those of you who do not know, in Minecraft hard mode, I have 1 life. I just hit my desk. And if I die, the game is over. It deletes the world. It's gone. I cannot get it back. So, Let's see how many different worlds I have to go through. And the goal is to beat the game. So we're gonna call it lamp. Oh, that's actually really good. I'm gonna call it okay, I'm calling it lamp. Lamp. Okay. Create new world. Okay. I get 1 life, you guys. So it's gonna be rough. I got 1 shot at beating the game. Okay. I personally don't see this going very well. I just do not think it's going to go very well. I'll probably fall in a hole and just die. That's probably what's gonna happen. Oh, I thought the sun was setting, and I was like, bruv. Oh, a stick. Okay. Be careful, think about what you do. I have a hardcore wall for 4 months? Oh my god. Oh no. I know, people have got like hardcore worlds for like years, and I don't understand. That's so long. I'll probably accidentally do something really dumb and then just die. Okay, are you supposed to like try to beat the game in hardcore mode? Is that like the point? Are you trying to beat it, like beat the Ender Dragon? Because I don't understand how you're gonna do that with 1 life. That to me just does not make sense. Also, people who speedrun Minecraft, the heck? I don't get it. My simple brain does not understand. Okay, so let's see where we are at. Struggling. Okay, so there's a little baby plains biome surrounded by desert. So I'm so glad we spawned in the desert. So let's just... Oh, a tiny hole. Okay, so let's see here. I'm sorry, did it say I could make a sand boat? What the heck? Okay, it'd be super pog if we could find... Beating the End Dragon is easy. So, I have never beaten Minecraft, ever. Oh, well, okay, I beat it in, like, creative mode, but obviously that does not count. Obviously. So, I definitely do not know how this game works. Oh, good. This sand biome is not as big as I thought. Y'all hear that spider? Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. Okay. I forgot you have to make planks first. Okay, I have a crafting table. Also, look at my cute skin. Look at her. Love her. I got it off of... Nope, I don't remember. Some Minecraft site where you can get things. That wasn't very helpful, but it's where I got it. So... Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna have to start killing some animals soon. Gonna have to start doing a big murder, a big heckin' murder. I'm wrecking this kid on FIFA. I have played FIFA once with my brother. We can't see the game. Y'all didn't tell me sooner? I've been playing Minecraft this whole time. Y'all should have told me sooner. That's so embarrassing. And I didn't change the... I didn't change this. That's so embarrassing. This is a hardcore world, though. This is a hardcore world. Somebody should have told me sooner. Oh my heckin' gosh. Oh, a village. Yay. Okay, this is good. This is a good start. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this is good. Well, I've been playing for a few minutes now, but I only have wood and things of that sort. Okay. But this is good. Let me see the skin. Oh, here's the skin. Peep the girl. She's a little moth. She's very cute. I love her. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna take that. And that. We're just gonna go and loot this village now. I'm gonna live here for a little bit just until I can... Oh, double beds. Love that. Okay, what is this? Clay ball. Okay, so I do think we'll go down there at some point. At some point, we'll go down into that mine. I knew, but it was fun that you didn't notice. What the heck, you guys? Why you gotta bully me like that, though? Hurt my feelings. Oh, I'm glad there's just a rabbit carcass. Do you have any? Hey, you got any goods? No. You got nothing. What? What? Hello? Hello? Okay. Alright, this is actually a pretty small village. Not a lot of good stuff. Oh, I didn't get that house up there or up there. Okay. Oh, or over here. Y'all are bullying me. Yes, I forgot to change scenes, okay? I'm a human being. No, I'm not. I'm a moth. So that's my excuse. I'm a moth and I have a very tiny brain. That is my excuse. That my brain is exceptionally tiny. And I just forgot to change the scene. What the actual hecky heck? Hello? How do I get up here? I have some dirt. Ah, should I be jumping around like this? And tempting fate in a hardcore world? Ah, this was a waste of my time. No, I shouldn't. That's the answer, but, I need to find a safe way down. There's a kitty up here. Oh, there's another house. I shouldn't be tempting fate like this is... Nope, I'm not gonna dig up with sand. That is a horrible idea. I'm in this to win this. Oh, there's another house. Let me up. Oh. Well, that was a bust. Okay, and then there was a house over there that I needed to go look at. This is a hardcore world, though. I do promise that this is hardcore, so if I die, that is the end of the game. For me, it's game over. I thought about trying to make the jump. I don't think that's a very good idea. Let me in! What? Ugh. You tell me I have to go